It's time for bonus points, where we get 30 seconds to rattle on about impressions, etc. of games we either recently played or are currently playing before Mario dies, and we shut up and move on.
So I finally picked up Bastion, which I believe Scott did before. The game was really easy my first playthrough. I'm now trying to do the second playthrough to 100% it, and it has gotten exponentially harder with all of these like god idols that make the enemies more difficult. And I must say that the learning curve or the difficulty curve spiked quite a bit. Is that it? Do I still have time?
So Season of Infamy dropped for Batman Arkham Knight recently, and I finally played through it. It has 4 nice little stories featuring villains that were not present in the main campaign. So it's Mr. Freeze, the League of Shadows, Killer Croc, and Mad Hatter. I have to say, Mad Hatter's level design looked the best. It's sort of a throwback from the one from Arkham City, and Mr. Freeze's story was the best. It was almost a graphic novel quality little arc that they had. I thought it was very well done, and it was enjoyable to return to the world of Batman, even though they still have...
Alright, I played Titan Souls. It's kind of similar to Shadow of the Colossus. It's kind of just a game of killing bosses, except for it's in 8-bit graphics, or possibly 16-bit. You get one arrow, you have to kill the bosses with that one arrow somehow, and each one has a different way of beating it. It's really difficult, but you can get back to each boss pretty quickly. There's like all kinds of different monsters. You know, you have to fight a jelly monster, a plant monster, giant block that's trying to crush you, all these different types of things. It's really fun.
So I played this lovely game called Unfinished Swan. You're playing through a storybook, and it's all about, in a sense, the beauty of creating the world and painting and colors. It actually starts off very difficult because you're in a completely white world, and you have to spread black paint everywhere to, in a sense, highlight the world. And then it gets more and more colorful as you go through, and the puzzle mechanic is kind of neat. They have a balloon collecting challenge throughout, but overall it has this lovely...
And I played The Following, which is the DLC for Dying Light. I was actually kind of excited to get back into this game. I forgot how much fun it could be, even though it could also be frustrating. But Pod itself was a decent setup. It's a new area, more open this time, so they give you a buggy, drive around the farmland. So it's a bit of a change from the city for the main game. But the parkour mechanics still work pretty well. I still enjoy the side stories. The little side characters you meet, NPCs, are more interesting than the main arc. But it's still fun to go around and visit the world. And yeah, fucking nighttime is still...
This has been Syntax Error. Thank you as always for listening, and we will see you next time.
Music by Stephen Ormosi. Editing and engineering by Scott Thurlow.
Syntax Error is part of a Lost Signals Productions. All rights reserved.